Hello fellow wholehearted, it's Hang here. Welcome to today's videos. I am going to share with you my thought on how you can stop your temptations. Now this is for those of you who have a hard time discipline yourself with certain habits, right? This topic actually requested by one of our community members. And the problem with when you don't know how to stop your temptation is we sabotage ourselves, right? It's come with the food. It can come to any form of addiction, to food, sex, alcohol, anything that hurting our self-love even. That's this one guilty of that. So when I got that request to make this video, I'm like, yeah, I could learn how to do that too. So I'm going to share with you what I know up to this point. Maybe that's going to help you and also help me diving deeper to my own sharing and teaching. So with temptation, my friend, the first step is to really recognize what kind of void inside yourself are you trying to fill. Because here's the thing. If you're going for something for comfort, that temptation is a form of pleasure and comfort. That means that you don't want to sit with whatever uncomfortable inside. So I would invite you to look at the void. It could be a situations, a heartbreak situation, sad situations, right? And that food become your best friend. You know, I just recently worked with a client, and we were dealing with how the Haagen-Dazs ice cream is the best friend that she ever have, for her to the comfort so much that she's not dealing with the stuff. So you got to deal with your stuff. That's number one. You got to learn how to sit with your pain. And there's so many tools that you can use it. If you haven't already, I made a video on how to use EFT to help you feel better. So in that moment, you could use EFT or a tool to shift that feeling, whatever that void is. Because if you don't deal with it, you decide to, let's say, quit smoking, right? And then smoking is just a tranquilizer. And then you're going to be shifting to eating or drinking alcohol. That's happened all the time. You look at people who quit smoking, they go to a different habit unless you address the root problem. So that's the void, okay? And then the second step is to shift the energy of that void, whatever that is. So if it's a simple thing, you can sit with the discomfort and let it pass. If it's a more complex issue, like some childhood deep trauma, then please seek out for a professional to help you with that. And trust your intuition on who the right person is. That could be a therapist, a healer, a coach, or a holistic practitioner. It could be, check in your heart, who can help me with this to shift this energy. And while you're going through that, the third step is to create an environment where it's supporting you. So do not subject yourself to the environment of your addictions. If you love recess so much, then do not buy recess and put recess in front of your face, right? And if you're trying to go in rehab with a toxic relationship, then do not position yourself in that. You know, if you trying to quit smoking, don't go hang out with people who smoke. So to have a healthy environment that it will support you to move through the healing process beautifully. And the 4 keys, I think it's really important for any healing, is that to give yourself grace in the process, to allow yourself to be humans. Because even though you may know all these things, along the way, you're going to F up and you're not going to successfully doing it. So instead of judging yourself and beating yourself up, because that will only make the matter worse, is really recognize that, to give yourself a little grace that you are humans, you are imperfect, and you're going to strive to be better. So instead of looking for absolute outcome, maybe focus on the progress. Because I think a wise man, Jim Rohn, said this: success equal to measurable progress over a reasonable amount of time. So I'm asking you to give yourself that grace, to experience the measurable progress, to give yourself that time so you can experience the incremental success. With that, my friend, I know you can do this. We all have this in you, and we all have the dark side in us too. So be okay that you haven't figured out how to effectively deal with your pain, that it leads you to seek for external pleasure to cope with that. And sometimes it's okay to indulge a little bit. Be okay in that, and give yourself a chance to learn, to find the right help, to shift that, to fill that void with self-love, with self-compassion, and with authenticity. And to give yourself that time. And to be gracious in all of it. You've got this. You've got love. So with that, thank you so much for being here. If you like this video and you think somebody else could use it, please share them. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel and set on the notifications, and then at the next authentic moment, we'll send you the next video. For now, sending you a big hug from me to you and from Hawaii to wherever you are in the world. All right. You got this.